I'll just quickly lean on another systemologist. I just want to ask Rob Morgan. He's the head of our systemologist community and has worked personally with hundreds of companies, and then probably indirectly through the systemologist. He's probably worked with thousands. Just love, Rob, if you had any insight or anything you wanted to add to this particular process, because I know you've seen businesses go through the recruitment process.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. And hi, everyone. So I've got a quick example of a client that I started working with, and this was more of a consulting done with you client. So they didn't need us to come in as a systemologist and really document everything and go through the whole process with them. But they did sign up for SystemHUB. They got the business systems accelerated. They're really keen to go. But the first question he asked me is, we don't have a systems champion yet. So what do you think we should do? And I said, well, why don't we have a couple of sessions together to understand your business and understand where you're going and where you're heading with all of the systems capturing. And why don't I explain to you what a systems champion could do? And I'll give you an example is if this was a full concierge done for you service, what would it look like from my perspective? Then what can we pass that information on to your systems champion? He was like, great, cool. So we had our first session and he's read the book, which was the most important thing because he understood the critical client flow and the system design sheet and all that language. So we started building the baseline for that first. And we went through that process together, just the business owner and myself. And then in week 2, he said, okay, I found someone. All right. So then he went offshore and he said, she's going to be in the next session. So we had session 2, which was filling in more of the gap, filling more of that system design sheet, looking at your departments, doing all that. On the third session, which is now the third week, the systems champion was now in the call, right? So the baseline was she's just started. This is day 2 for her. She had no idea what to expect. But my first question was, have you read the book? No, I haven't read the book. Need you to read the book straight away. This is the most important part of it. So she got her hands on the book and now she's reading the book. And now into session 3, she's now understanding the baseline of what we're doing. And what I've done is I've actually said, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the whole process together now with business owner and with systems champion and myself and go through the process that we've gone through so far, the overview of the CCF, all of that. And we're actually going to go through and we're going to document the first 3 processes for you as what it looks like from our perspective from a fully documented system. Business owners still on the call, right? So we've documented a couple of examples. We did an extraction together. We went through that process of doing all the splicing and dicing and recording the tech bit. So she's learning all of this and we're recording all of this and giving this to her for her own portfolio for learning. So we went through that process. So she now knows exactly what to do, of how to do the extraction, what tech tools to use to do the extractions, the splicing and dicing and the documenting. The main reason I had the business owner there for those first 3 sessions was to say, business owner, are you happy with those systems and the way they're documented, the format, the layout, everything? He was like, I love it. Great. Now we can work directly with the systems champion from a coaching, mentoring point of view to show up every week, to create that accountability so that she can now take over and do the documenting, lead by example, lead those extractions, get everyone on board. And it gets to a point where she starts driving and she starts doing the screen sharing. And I'm actually just coaching each week through that process. So she eventually takes over. So when our sessions are completed, she's now a fully fledged systems champion following the process based on the steps that we've learned through systemology. So that's my experience with them.
Yeah, love it. I think systemologists, for someone who wants to go quicker, systemologists are great to come in and coach and consult and lead the systems champion, set the gold standard. I mean, the whole idea of building up a systems champion is to develop that skill internally. Like, you don't want to have the consultant who comes into your business and then walks back out, and you systemize things when they're there, but once they leave, like, that's why the systems champion works so well alongside a systemologist, because they're the person who will continue to drive this day in and day out. I hope you enjoyed that clip. Just a heads up, it was a snippet taken from the Business Systems Accelerator program, which is the world's first training for systems champions to help you build a systems-driven organization. If you'd like to find out more about the program, head over to systemology.com/BSA, and I'll see you in the next video.